All right, so we got a summer season roundup here. 2 weeks late. Excellent. So small season this year. COVID traps us all inside and then doesn't even have the common decency to give us good anime to watch. Like, what am I supposed to do? Watch Toradora again? It's like, I will. I'm fine with that. The anime season? Pretty mediocre. Specifics? Alright, let's see what we got. Mao Gakuin no Fukute Kigosha Shijo Saikyo no Mao. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Shizo Tensei Shite Shishon Tachi no Gakoi. What the fucking... This is a light novel, isn't it? Yep. This is bad, isn't it? Yep. Alright, so this is just one of those, everyone at school thinks that I'm useless and out of place, but actually I'm the smartest, strongest one here, and all the pretty girls are actually secretly into me. A cringy premise the first time you hear it, but at this point I've seen it 3 times, and I'm pretty sure the shows just keep getting worse. Also, why do those 3 main characters look exactly the same? Like, this is just the same person in slightly different outfits, right? So the one place this blatant power fantasy does differ from its predecessors is by just how overpowered their protagonist is. He kills a guy with his fucking heartbeat. Like, Jesus. Then he snaps him to death. Repeatedly. But aside from some interesting displays of power, all of which are done in the first 2 episodes, this is just one of those forgettable moe trash piles meant only to dirty some lonely weeb's bed sheets until the next season can bring in another steaming pile of moe garbage. Oh hey, what a coincidence, and here I was just talking about moe garbage dampening weeb bed sheets. Ozaki-chan wants to hang out here, got a lot of press earlier this season when Twitter decided to march on it for sexualizing children. Twitter, baby? You guys picked like the only show this season with an of-age female protagonist. Come on, I know that Twitter is the place straw men are born, but this is not a hard argument to win. Why are you making it hard? And speaking of making it hard, back on point, this show is an ecchi. It's a mild ecchi, and it's not very good. But it's an ecchi. If that's your cup of tea, then here you go. Get away from me. But this is not my cup of tea. So we're moving on. Wait, do you hear that? Oh my god, why is it so loud? Why are they fighting? Is that a stand? Where does Dick go? Oh, it's over. Weird. The god of high school is just here to fight. It's not here for pacing. It's not here for exposition. And it's definitely not here for narrative structure. The main antagonist that they'd been teasing the entire season is defeated in about 10 seconds by a side character who'd only been on screen for about 10 seconds and who had been mentioned by one other side character once. The fights are cool though. Most of the time. They do a thing rarely seen in anime where they just let the fight play out and let the viewer make of it what they will, rather than cutting back to the sideline of half-forgotten characters so they can go, how long can he keep this up? Oh, he's using that? Ultimate Virgin mode. That can only be unlocked by having seen all 800 episodes of One Piece. But God of High School just doesn't have anything to fill in the spaces between the fight scenes, so it just rushes through them as fast as possible. That's it, I can kind of respect it for that. Where many shows stay exactly the same, prolonging every plot advancement for as long as possible, it's kind of refreshing to see a show snort a line of coke and then speedrun its plot, picking fights with every naked Sephiroth it finds along the way. Oh hey, it's Studio Nut, the boys who adapted Tanya the Evil and haven't really done anything else before or after. They got a brand new IP. Well, consider my expectations high, but from the first episode, this is just looking like sci-fi Attack on Titan with bugs and... Huh. Uh-huh. What the fuck? It's actually pretty good. Decadence here hits a little generic with its first episode, but it's really something all its own. Honestly, I don't even want to spoil the show. It's good. probably the best show this season. That said, saying it's the best show this season is more of a statement against this season than it is a statement for Decadence. I mean, it's not fantastic. Its ending does get a little hand-wavy, and I kind of wish it had 2 cores to flesh out some of the characters a bit more. But if you're looking for a show that explores free will, evolution, and has some rad fight scenes to keep you entertained, Decadence is right here. And then there's Season 2 of Fire Force, a show that I'm just not sure about. Like, I want to like this show. It's clearly got a budget and some really solid art direction. It reminds me of those shows the scene kids in high school would rave about, like Soul Eater and Bleach and original Full Metal Alchemist. But this plot is just not going anywhere. The characters keep making bad decisions, the power scaling is a mess, and this bitch will just not keep her fucking clothes on. Like, wear a belt, god damn. I don't know. I just can't, in good conscience, recommend this show to anyone. But I'm gonna keep watching it. It's not like I have enough self-respect not to, so maybe that's a recommendation? I don't know. Alright, well, that about wraps this up. But I can't help feeling like I'm forgetting something. Something people really like and aren't gonna like my take on. Oh, Snafu Climax. I didn't watch it. I've never seen the first 2 seasons, and I wasn't about to watch 3 seasons of a rom-com just for this video. Especially since with rom-coms, they tend to not go anywhere if they're longer than a season. Wait, no. ReZero. Right. It's okay. I don't know, I mean, what do you want from me? I was there on the ground floor of ReZero Season 1. I was watching this show when nobody was fucking talking about it, back when it was just a dark horse hidden behind other better isekai. And I stuck with it, because it seemed different, slightly above average. But I didn't start recommending this show to people until my boy Petal. Like, he was just the perfect antagonist for the show. He brought levity to counterbalance Subaru's bipolar bullshit and delivered it in the most disturbingly insane ways. He's a fucking Looney Tunes character with a taste for blood and his own fingers. Like, look at him. He's beautiful. And when he was killed off, I got it. It was his time, and it was a solid send-off. But I've been worried that they wouldn't be able to replace him, and they haven't. This season, the antagonists have either been bland one-note villains or faceless no-note villains, with maybe a hint that an interesting villain will show up next season. Oh boy. The one upside this season has been Echidna, but Subaru's conversations with her have just amounted to infuriating, with her essentially offering him an out and him being like, nah. You don't understand people, but me, the guy who keeps doing this shit, I understand people. I'ma do it all myself. I don't know. I mean, it's still slightly above average, but it just ain't no Betelgeuse. Alright, well, I'm thinking I might make this type of video a seasonal trend. Cover as much as possible, as late as possible, so I can, miss out on all that YouTube SEO. Anyway,